7th graders, boy do I miss you guys. We're going to try something different this week. We're going to start in on the branches. There are 3 branches of the government. If you'll remember back when we had civics, this is just kind of a brush up of what we were looking at before we go into our books. You will be getting your books this week. We set them out so your parents can pick them up. And then we will start in about 2 weeks. I will start with finish up our lessons up to the Civil War. But for this next week, we are going to be working on the legislative branch. As you remember, I hope you remember, there are 2 parts of Congress. They are the Senate and the House of Representatives. The Senate has a majority leader and a minority leader. It also has the House of Representatives, which is the majority leader, the minority leader, and also the Speaker of the House, which I'm sure we all know who our Speaker of the House is today. There are 100 seats in the Senate. There are 435 seats in the House of Representatives. The House is controlled. That means it has more Democrats than Republicans, with 235 Democrats and 198 Republicans. So when they go to take a vote, you kind of figure out that the Democrats are probably going to win the vote, unless there's some Democrats that go over and vote the same way Republicans do, which sometimes does happen. Also, over in the Senate, there are more Republicans than there are Democrats. To be in the Senate, you have to be 30 years of age. You must be a citizen for 9 years. You must reside in the United States where you live, or in the state where you live. In other words, each state has 2 representatives. Our representatives are Deb Fischer and Ben Sasse. In the House side, you must be at least 25 years old, must be a U.S. citizen for the past 7 years, and you must live in the state that you represent. Our state representatives Nebraska actually has 3. Now, the reason that Nebraska has 3 is because of our population. That is how they decide how many representatives you have from the state. In other words, California is much bigger, has a lot more people, so they have a lot more districts. In fact, I think they have like 43 different representatives. Ours are Adrian Smith, Don Bacon, and Jeff Fortenberry. The facts about the Senate are it makes laws. It has 100 senators, 2 per state. It resides in the Capitol building. There are no limits to how many terms you can serve. And it only has 1 majority party. Over on the House of Representatives, they share in helping making the laws with the Senate. They write a lot of the laws that involve taxes, and they can initiate impeachment hearings. Now, they can initiate them. In other words, they can start them up and say, yes, we want to try to impeach the president on these grounds, but they have to have grounds. Then once they take a vote of these 435 members, 198 Republicans, 235 Democrats, once they vote, if it's a majority, in other words, 2/3 of the vote, then it goes over to the Senate. The Senate then has hearings, and they decide whether they think the president should be impeached. This year this happened. The House impeached the president. It went over to the Senate. The Senate said, no, we're not going to impeach the president. There aren't enough grounds to impeach the president. You have to have so many things, and that will be in your videos that you're watching and also on your worksheets. I have made up a worksheet that consists of, there are 20 or 32 questions. what is the role of the vice president in the legislative branch? Remember, the president is, or the vice president is the head of Congress. Next is Nancy Pelosi, and then you have your minority speakers and your majority speakers. Does the bill have to be passed by both the House of Representatives and the Senate in order to go to the president? So once these guys make a bill, they both agree that they like it, then they send it over to the president, and the president can either veto it, send it back and say, nope, I don't like it, or he can sign it, and then it will go into law. These questions, if you watch the video, and you've watched this video, I've answered just about all of these. You can go back and look at the boards, which, by the way, the 8th graders made these boards last year, so for their history day. So they did a great job. If you have any questions, like I said before, please feel free to give me a holler. Either email me. I love to hear from anybody. Have your parents text me. You can text me. Whatever works easiest for you if you have any questions. There is only one assignment on IXL, and it's on the legislative branch. You do receive the grade that you get on IXL. In other words, if you got 96% and you stopped, that's the grade you get. If you got 100, you'll get 100. These will be your worksheets that I'm giving you will be a grade also. Both grades will count as quizzes. Anything you've done on IXL. Now, if some of you did not get on IXL last week, you need to try and make these up, because right now, if you didn't get on there and do the assignment, you have a 0. If you come back and get it done, you will start with a 90%. In other words, I'll prorate it out. Guys, this is so easy. This is fun. This is learning. So just get in on IXL. If you have any questions or can't get into it or have problems, give me a call. Once again, hope everybody's doing well. I wish I could see you guys. I miss you. And have a happy Easter. If I don't see you before then, take care. God bless. Stay healthy. See you later. Wash them hands. Bye-bye.